Hi, I'm Amelia from Half Crazy Mama.
And I'm Cam from Growing Up Goofy and Big Crazy Life.
And about a month ago, we went to Branson, Missouri on a press trip, and we're here to tell you about all the amazing things we did.
My mom was born in Kansas City, and my grandmother was from Missouri, and my grandfather was from Arkansas. So I've always had a curiosity about what is in Branson.
And let me tell you, we found out what's in Branson.
we
did a lot.
We did.
Let's start with our favorite thing.
Okay.
The Hughes music show.
Yes, yes. That was actually at the end of our trip.
It was the last thing we did.
So we're tired, but oh my gosh.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
So the Hughes music show is a family, and it's 50 plus members. I think it's actually like 53 right now, and it's 4 brothers and their wives and kids.
They are all just high energy.
It made me want to start a show with my family, but then I realized I'm only 3 people, and my daughter can dance, but none of us can sing.
Yes,
so there goes those hopes
and that's
dreams.
it. All of them had their own specific talents, but they could all pretty much sing and dance.
And they start with a song from The Greatest Showman.
Their energy is just up the whole time, and you're up the whole time. And so if you are thinking right now, well, it's probably not great for kids, it is. It's amazing. Your kids will be able to just stay up.
For sure.
And that's the one thing I was thinking the entire time I was watching this show is, oh my gosh, I really wish Emma was here with me because she would love it. But let's go back to the beginning here. And we were actually hosted by the Stone Castle Conference Center and Resort. Hotel.
Stone Castle Hotel.
Yes. So here's the thing. When we pulled up, we were like, whoa, what is this like castle type hotel doing in Branson?
I know, it's huge too. It's like 3 big buildings I'm not positive how big it is compared to other hotels, but just driving around it looked a lot bigger. But they are known for having some theme rooms.
Themed rooms. They had a lot of theme rooms. I think they had over 20 different themed rooms.
At least.
And
we got to tour a lot of them. They're really fun. They also have normal rooms. You don't have to stay in a theme room.
What was your favorite theme room?
I had to say the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea room. I don't know if I could actually sleep in the room, but like I just want to go play in the room. It was like, it looks like you were underwater in the shipwreck, and it was pretty cool.
So I think my favorite was the baseball theme room, obviously.
That one was cool.
Again, going back to my family, we're big sports people, and walking in there, I was like, oh my gosh, my daughter would love this softball themed room. It was fun.
I think if you are a country fan, though, the Clay Cooper suite would be a lot of fun. That one's really nice. It was just recently redone.
Yes.
And Clay Cooper has a show in Branson we'll talk about in a little bit. He's like a local celebrity. But that room was really awesome.
Yeah, and he actually came to Stone Castle and helped them decorate and went with, themes that he really liked and wanted to see. So it has his personal touch right on it. And Clay's a local celebrity, so I think that it's fun for people to come and experience a little piece of Clay.
Okay, are you ready to talk about our next thing? Dolly Parton's Stampede!
Boom! Dolly Parton Stampede.
It's our little boot mug.
This is our boot mug that
it might be water.
It might be water. It is a dinner attraction. So you're going there for dinner and a show. The show is...
I like the dinner attraction because it's so much more than just a dinner show. Show makes it sound like something small. This is huge. Like the arena's huge. Everything's big. Even the food is big.
So let's talk about the food. Let's just get right to...
Down to the nitty gritty.
Yes.
Quite literally. No silverware.
Okay, there's no silverware.
But that's okay. We managed. It was fun.
We managed because Amelia was there to pull apart my chicken for me.
Did. I helped
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to touch the chicken. I'm sorry.
It's like a whole rotisserie chicken, like a mini baby little rotisserie chicken. And it comes and you get like a half of a kind of like a twice baked potato, some slices of barbecue pork, corn.
On the cob.
You start with some soup that you can drink.
That is their
and a biscuit.
It's their creamy vegetable soup that they're known for, and they actually sell it in their gift shop. So people come from all over just for the soup.
Do you want to know my favorite part of the whole meal?
The turnover.
Oh my gosh, the apple turnover.
Here's my favorite part. Okay, I have 2 favorite parts. about the Stampede?
Oh, I think they're my favorite parts too.
Okay, they had little piggies,
Like cute little tiny.
They
piggies.
weren't potbelly
I don't know
pigs.
if they were babies.
They were just
They might have been
baby pigs. And they did like little pig races, and it was the cutest thing. And
The dogs are all rescue dogs.
All rescue dogs, and their trainers take them home with them each night. So these animals are very well loved. The horses are beautiful. They have beautiful stalls. They're clean. It's an amazing facility. So if you are thinking, maybe not so much for me, yes. Again, it was another one of the things where my kids would have loved to have been there and seen the woman jumping through
on the horse, jumping through a ring of fire. And the tricks that they do on their horses, and and every time they say stampede, you bang on it and kick the ground.
But yeah, the canine capers was probably my favorite part.
The canine capers was really cute.
Most surprising moment of our Branson trip was this moment.
Yeah.
When Jeremy,
wait for it,
from Fall Creek Steakhouse busted out Amazing Grace.
And
while
Ain't No Mountain High
tossing
Ain't No Mountain Low. So at Fall Creek Steakhouse, they're known for the home of the tossed roll, which means like there'll be a guy with a big bucket of hot rolls that they bake, every 5 minutes or something they said. And you say, I want a roll. And then they throw one to you. And if you hit you in the head and it falls on the ground, they throw you another one. And like he'll go long and throw it to you far. That guy, Jeremy, if you're there on a day when Jeremy's working, he will sing. And it was like, I was watching American Idol. Like, unfold right in front
of me. In fact, all of us, you know, we're a bunch of influencers there. We're on our
I was a little
phones.
skeptical when they said he sings. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, he sings. No, it was like, this boy can sing.
It was amazing. And then they were like, where are you from? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm just here tossing some rolls. Yeah.
And so I think after that, he actually set up a Twitter account.
Yes,
I'm not sure what the name, but I'm sure if you...
But we're going to find it for you. And we're going to drop you a link.
Know.
And actually, we're going to share, I think we're going to share a clip of Jeremy. Because he was amazing.
Everybody, here we go. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
The Titanic Museum.
Yes. Built, looks like half of the ship sitting there in the middle. It's kind of a really cool building.
Yes.
It's amazing how they did that.
Yes.
We walked in and we were handed boarding cards it's like a passport. We each had our name and our age and whether we were first class, second class, or third class on the ship. And then they told us at the end you're going to find out whether you lived or died. So I'm like, oh, all right. Yeah. Okay, we'll go take a look at this.
No. The tour guide we have, and we will find out his name because we absolutely loved him. This man knew everything. It was incredible.
You could ask him about any passenger, give him any name, and he knows their story.
And he could tell you their entire story.
I was blown away. And I asked if he had to learn all this to work in there, and he actually said he had a passion. I think when he was like 9,
because
he read a book about the Titanic, and then his dad gave him a book.
Something.
And it was this really cool story. I just loved that he ended up working there.
Yes.
And very passionate about it. And we
both
lived.
Woo! You know, the other interesting thing, for this being in Branson, you are really surprised at the creativity and the thought that went into building this museum. They also have a room that is gives you a sense of how cold it was
and how hard it is to see in the distance.
Yes, so they actually put you in this room that is freezing, and so you could feel what it was like the night of, and you could see they do you know, a visual stimulation of what
could you see the iceberg?
Could you see it?
And it wasn't until like we were right there that
and we couldn't see it. So obviously we would have crashed as well.
Okay. On to something a little happier.
A little happier, yes.
We went to the original Baldknobbers, the original Branson Baldknobbers show.
Yes.
Branson Hillbillies. Baldknobber Hillbillies show?
One thing I know, no matter where I go, I keep my heart and soul in the boondocks.
Well, here's the thing. The show is a variety show. It includes the parents.
A lot of great country music.
Yes. And
it's been passed down through generations. We know the current MC, I think you would call him Brandon. His grandfather started in like 1950 something.
Right.
Down by the river. It was like the original show down there. And then that's kind of turned into how shows got to be there.
And now it's another family show. It was kind of like, for me, it felt like a little bit of gospel, a little bit of country, a good mix. There were times when I felt like I was at a church fellowship.
From Mozambique to the Memphis Nights, Master Vancouver lights, knock me down and back up again. You're in my blood, I'm not a lonely man. There's no road I can hold, the roads are rough, there's not no. I'll be there when the light comes in, the devil is about us. Life is a highway.
I also have to say, too, about the shows, what I love is that they always honor military vets.
Right,
There's a lot of military vets that go to visit Branson, and they have them stand up at all the shows we went to.
Yes.
And I really, really like that.
Yes, I
They
did love
deserve
that recognition.
and I like that they do that.
So, one of the scariest things for me, because, well, you and I both, we are not huge fan of heights.
See, I was okay with that. It wasn't until it was windy.
Yeah, the wind. It was
The
a
wind.
little bit windy. We actually went to the Trax Family Fun Park, where we got to ride the Branson Ferris wheel. We went around once.
I think you're supposed to go around twice. Cam was like, no, we're going to get off.
We're
after
getting
the first
off.
time. That was a lot of fun. But also at the Track Family Fun Park is go-kart. So it has this like 3 or 4 story go-kart track.
building that you can ride.
And
the
an
ghost
arcade,
on.
which
Yes.
has skee-ball, my favorite. And
Oh, my favorite was the Andes frozen custard.
yeah, and we got what's called a concrete, which in California we don't have
No,
frozen
I've
custard.
never had that. It was
and it
fantastic.
was amazing. Andes, you need to come out here and open one so we can get a concrete.
To kind of mellow it out a little bit and tie in like the Branson history and to give us an overview of what Branson was like back in the day, we did get to go to the IMAX complex, which was actually kind of like a shopping
It was kind of surprising.
craft mall.
Like from the outside, it's very unassuming, and then from
Right.
the inside, it's like has some stores. There's a restaurant. McFarland's was in there.
Right.
We ate at.
Mhm.
It had a normal movie theater. We could go see, I think, like Avengers or
Right.
movies
I
were
think
playing
that
like
was
that
played,
there.
yeah.
And then it was the biggest IMAX screen I had ever seen in my entire life.
Got to see the Ozarks. Legacy and
Ozarks.
Legends. Ozark, Legacy, and Legends.
And
IMAX.
we learned this story that the people who started the IMAX complex had commissioned for this movie to be made, and it gives you a little bit of history, kind of like when the Civil War came through, and it was really interesting.
And you know, one thing that they're doing for the community is it's actually a free IMAX show in the morning. So if you are hanging around Branson, and they said that on rainy days it's packed, but I suggest going anytime because it was
it's
actually
good for families.
Yeah.
Or
it was
even if
actually
you're by
interesting.
yourself, good for grandma, good for your 6-year-old. Okay.
We did eat it at
We did eat at McFarland's.
Yes, which is the restaurant inside.
They have
and
fried green tomatoes.
They did have fried green tomatoes. I actually liked my open face hot sandwich. It was
pot roast.
pot roast sandwich. It reminded me of something that my grandma would have made. So
Yeah, it was like
it's very
home
home
cooking.
cooking. They did have a really funny. I don't want to tell you though. If you go, they had a funny table. Remember the funny?
no, don't tell
Okay, we're not gonna tell you that. So you're just gonna have to go to McFarland's
And
to
say like, is there a round
Is there
table
a
we
secret
can sit at?
table that we could sit at?
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah, tell them.
Okay,
So-
Florentina's. What is the one thing that stands out in your mind? If you go to Branson and you need to eat something, go eat.
Italian nachos.
Gosh, you guys, this is like
I don't
why other
know.
places don't do this.
That
I'm like salivating just thinking about it.
so I was a little skeptical.
when they put them down, I'm like,
yeah, I'm not getting that. And then all of a sudden we're like, can we get another one of those?
They said it was like
Oh my
pasta chips, but it's kind of like wonton consistency.
Yes,
Like the crispy
yes.
wontons. And then it had like Alfredo sauce, a
Oh my
balsamic
gosh, you
drizzle,
guys.
tomatoes, pepperoncinis. I think there
So
was
it was
chicken.
kind of like a bruschetta on top,
good.
but it was, oh my gosh.
Okay, well now I'm hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the day we flew into Kansas City, which is an
Mm-hmm.
option, and you could also fly into St. Louis. I believe they're about the same distance. It took us 3.5, 4 hours to get down to Branson.
Mm-hmm.
Springfield would probably be the best airport to fly into. It's only like 45 minutes away. When we flew into Kansas City, we had to drive down there, and it was snowing in Kansas City. It took us longer to get there. So we missed the Clay Cooper show, but we heard from the other bloggers that went that it was amazing.
Amazing.
And we also missed Silver Dollar City, which is like one of the biggest attractions, I think, in
Right.
the Branson area.
And we're really bummed about
It's like
that.
a theme park, but it's supposed to be set back in you know, I would call them gold rush days, but I'm from California and that's not what that is. But they just opened this roller coaster that is supposed to be amazing, where it's this huge roller coaster, but the thing like spins as you're on
the
roller
time
coaster.
traveler.
Yes.
Okay, so we were there in April when it's coming into the season. So
Like all the shows
Yes.
close right after Christmas and don't open up usually until middle of March is what we were told.
So we were just getting
So
there.
don't
and
go from January
Yes,
to
you
March.
don't want to go there.
Yeah, I guess most of the hotels are all closed.
Right.
too.
And the biggest time to go is when you really want to get your money's worth is Christmas. And we really look forward to coming and checking out our blog posts about Branson's, giving you more information than what we could do here.
Yay!